Okay, here's number 2. Number 2a, 1 half root 12 plus 1/3 root 2 plus 3 root 3 over 4 minus square root of 8 over 5. So let's simplify all the radicals. I know this can be simplified and this can be simplified. So that's going to be 1 half times. 12 is 4 times 3, right? So it's going to be 2 root 3 plus 1/3 root 2 plus 3 root 3 over 4 minus, now that 8, square root of 8 is square root of 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 root 2. So 2 root 2 over 5. You can add the square root of 3's together, and you can add square root of 2's together. Now some of them have fractions, so you have to make the denominators the same, but we can think about that in a little bit. Here, 1 half times 2 root 3 is just square root of 3 plus 3 over 4 square root of 3. Okay, how am I going to add this? Well, think of this 1 as 4 over 4, then you can get 7 over 4 root 3. Okay, that's just the green part, it's the square root of 3 part. Now let's put this together. Plus 1/3 root 2 minus 2 over 5 root 2. So if I want to add or subtract fractions, I have to make the denominators the same. So 1/3 I am going to make 5 over 15. So 5 over 15 is equal to 1/3 root 2 minus, this is going to be, I'm multiplying 3 to the denominator and the numerator, 6 over 15 root 2, and that's going to be minus 1 over 15 root 2. Okay, so there you go. Here, this question again, there are a couple ways of going about doing this, so let's do maybe the simplest way, I think. So 3 and then square root of 5 over square root of 10 is going to be 1 over, right? 1 over square root of 2. Okay, that's 3 times 1, so it's 3. So we have 3 over root 2, but we have to rationalize the denominator, so we multiply both the denominator and the numerator by square root of 2, and you get 3 root 2 over 2, and nothing can cancel out, so that's my answer. Some of you looked at this and did, okay, well, I am going to rationalize the denominator, and so I'm going to multiply both the denominator and the numerator by square root of 10. Well, that's a good start. So you get 10 in the denominator and 3 root 50. Some people said this was 15, which was a big problem. And some people left it as square root of 50, but that's not okay. So here you see the square root of 50, and 50 is going to be, well, 25 times 2, so square root of 50 is going to be 5 root 2. So if I simplify this, it's 3 times 5 root 2 over 10, and 5 over 10 is 1 over 2, so that goes away, and that's 1, and this is 2, so you get 3 root 2 over 2. So whichever way you choose to do, your answer should be the same. It's 3 square root of 2 over 2. Okay, number 2c. Here's x squared and x to the fourth. We know that this is going to be something squared, right? So all the exponents are even, so we can cancel them out. How is that going to work out? Well, if you don't know, I guess the long way, but the easiest way you can think of it is, well, I have 2 x's multiplied together, and then I have 4 y's multiplied together. So every time I have a pair, that's going to be coming out of the square root as 1. So there's 1 pair of x, and then there are 2 pairs of y, so I can write x times y squared. Okay? Another way to think about this is, okay, well, instead of just multiplying it all out, well, if this exponent is 2, then I'm going to have x outside, and x exponent is 4. I divide that by 2, and y squared is outside, so x times y squared. x times y squared is x squared times y to the fourth. So that's why square root of x squared times y to the fourth is x y squared. All right, now number 2D. Okay, so you're multiplying negative 1/2 root 3 to square root of 5 plus 4 over 3 square root of 3. You have to distribute this to square root of 5 and 4 over 3 square root of 3. So let's do that. Let me draw a line right down the middle. Okay, so if you multiply this to square root of 5, you get negative 1/2 square root of 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, plus, okay, so that's negative 1/2 times 4 over 3 times square root of 3 times square root of 3 is going to be 3. So let's simplify that. Negative 1/2 square root of 15 plus, or there's going to be minus, 3 over 3 cancels out, 4 over 2 is 2, so negative 2. There you go.